This method leaves you with a nice, compact, and tight coil, but it takes a little longer, so I usually use this for when I'm going to be not using the straps for a while. You want to start out with making sure the whole strap is going the same way. And then bring the two ends together with the buckle facing, the bottom of the buckle facing up. And then you want to feed this through the bottom part of the buckle here. If it has this, you can just flip it down out of the way and feed it through the very bottom part. You want to make sure you leave enough extra room here to go around the coil at the end, otherwise you got to do it again. So you see it goes back around, and you'll see that in a second. So it's better to leave a little bit too much room than not enough. Then still with the buckle in the same direction, you can just slide down to the end here. Make sure that you keep it all going the same way. And once you have that, you can drop this free end and just start rolling this toward the buckle. And then once you get to the very end, you just hold this here, and then this is the free end that we left earlier, and wrap it back around the other direction. And then feed it back through here. And then you can just pull it tight, and that's what cinches everything down. So you pull that nice and snug. And that'll be nice and non-tangly wherever you put it. Alright, this is the method I've been using most recently. It's not that neat looking, but it's good enough to keep your straps from getting tangled. And it's fast, and I like that it keeps your matching straps together. It's really just chaining, like if you ever chained a rope in rock climbing, same thing, series of slip knots. So you just start with the first regular old slip knot here, which if you're not familiar with it, it's basically just like an overhand knot, but instead of pulling the ends through, you leave some out. So just not letting this go all the way through. Then once you have that first one, you can just reach your fingers through and then grab some of your strap and pull that through to make another one. And then same thing again, reach through that. And just keep reaching through and grabbing some more rope. And you can do it pretty quick. And keep in mind you're doing two at the same time, so that's really quick. Then when you get to the end here where you don't have much left, then just do it like an overhand knot. Just let it go all the way through, and just, you don't have to pull it too tight, just so it's sort of snug, and then this is sort of snug on this end, and then you have your nice chain here. And that's not going to get, it's thick enough that it won't get tangled. The other cool thing about this is that when you're ready to open this up, if you just pull out this last overhand that you did here, after that you can it'll just all come out real fast. This is a 15-foot strap, and with a long one like this, I'll still do the chaining, and here's the other one, matching. I'll still do the chaining, but I'll actually fold it in half first. So I'm finding the ends. And now, try to keep them sort of in order, but it doesn't really matter much for this method. Just going back to find the middles now. And I'm straightening them out a little bit, just for the heck of it. And then again, same thing as before, you just start with a single slip knot. And then you just start pulling them through. this is another method I use quite a lot. It's fast, which is nice, and you can do a bunch of straps all at once. I think this is, we have 4 straps here. And so what you want to do is kind of just fold these over like this. Make sure you have everything in your hands here, and then you want to, from the torso, you want to rotate and then release.